Set one of those freshmen at 133. Of course, he had the unfortunate opportunity of facing off against the reigning NCAA title winner of Vito Aruju last time out against Cornell, and he was tech fault then, but see how he fares against Kurt Phipps right now. Phipps, number 14, but Ba, aggressive right now, the first year.
Sulayman was a beat the streets kid here in New York City, so he is quite at home with this competition here. Both wrestlers doing a good job of staying in those ties and finding their distance right now. It seems like they're trying to gauge where they're going to sit, where they're going to fare for the rest of this match.
You can see the tempo control for Ba right now with the really up-tempo, the couple head taps, being able to dive back down. You can really see that explosiveness from him. That's going to be something to keep an eye on. As he resets with Phipps, Ba, born in Gambia, took third place junior and senior year at the the championships in his tournament at Kiski School. Placed really well there, was beat the streets, as you mentioned. And now upside down, Phipps on his back, and Sulayman Ba just walking up. It looks like he's almost shielding his eyes with his left hand a little bit. Maybe he got some substance or some liquid in his eye potentially. He's still holding it up with his left arm. He's just, and they'll stop for potentially dangerous, and Ba resets, but really impressive showing for Ba so far.
Yeah, Sully is doing a good job of keeping this pace on his terms and being able to find his shots. He's not shy with his attacks either, and he's doing a really good job of circling. Notice how he, hand and replaces off of that head, and
diving for that right leg too. Yeah, against Phipps. Ba, somebody who came in 3 wins in 11 duels, but right now really being aggressive against Phipps. And Phipps trying to get around, and now does for the 3-point takedown, the first points of this bout. But see how Ba is on the bottom and see if he can get around and spring out of this. He's been aggressive early on. See if that continues.
From the Columbia corner, Coach Chad Walsh telling Sule to roll his wrist, trying to get free from that wrist lock, as Kurt looks to lock up that lock and looking for his half, potentially a half and a wrist. Sule doing a decent job of being able to bring his hands back to his base and now working up.
Yeah, Phipps doing an excellent job right there, and Sulayman not letting him to get into any attempted cradle positions as well. But now Ba trying to stand up, Phipps bringing him right back down. Now he breaks free, but Phipps still locked and he pushes away. Ba, 1-point escape, 3-1 lead for Phipps for the Bison.
And Sule doesn't seem very shaken by that interaction. Now he's back into his ties, and hard hand on the neck, and the other hand looks to be on the chin. A little bit of a front headlock position.
And he'll reset as well. So 7 seconds left in the first period, and Ba in neutral. Let's see how he goes. He was controlling the tempo early, and you can see that with his footwork as well. A lot of aggressive taps. That'll conclude the first period. 3-1 lead for Kurt Phipps, who was the highest ranking Bucknell wrestler in the NCAA coaches poll, ranked number 13 at 133. Of course, somebody who's returning qualifier. He was an at-large bid he received to Tulsa, Oklahoma last year. And they'll reset. 1-point escape for Phipps. 4-1 advantage for Phipps. Ba will reset.
Now we're seeing hard hands from both wrestlers. Phipps seems like he's picking up his hands a little bit more. And Sulayman circling out of those ties that he doesn't like, snapping out. Both wrestlers pretty fast. Seems like Sulay is a little bit more in and out. And Phipps, maybe he wants a little bit more of a controlled tie. Looking for that collar hand on the tricep. Pushing Sulayman outside of the circle. Shot attempt there. A little bit of a pass by, and Phipps is going to go high crotch, drops down to that hand.
Trying to get around, he does for the 3-point takedown. Really nice using that right leg of Ba to get around. 6-point lead for Phipps, but the running time in his favor at now over a minute for Kurt Phipps for Bucknell.
And you can see that Sulayman has good attacks, but Phipps continues to take advantage of those re-attacks. And those scramble positions, which is really, I think, indicator of a seasoned wrestler at this Division I. level.
The senior, of course, trying to vie for an automatic qualifier bid, see if he can get a top finish in the EIWA championships next month hosted by Bucknell, as Phipps on top of Ba trying to just break free, and Phipps really muscling a tough ride on Ba.
Phipps has a leg inside and is wrist riding pretty hard, and they're going to blow it dead and bring him back to top of bottom.
Yeah, they'll reset with 19 seconds left in the second. Phipps up 7-1, Ba on the bottom. Again, this could be a position, an area to develop as well for him. He's been very aggressive in neutral and has been an area for him, and I'm interested to see how he is on top as well.
And they're going to give Phipps a caution since he started before the whistle. So now they get reset again.
And that riding time is nearing 2 minutes, too, for Phipps, so he's really close to locking that up. Caution now on Ba.
Both wrestlers seem a little jumpy right now, resetting.
Yeah, it does seem to be the case, as Ba looks like he's going to now reset, and Phipps just on top, flattening him out. 15 seconds to go in the second.
Phipps straight to that arm chop, looks for a wrist ride. Maybe he's got it underneath, not a great angle to look, but controlling that hand, Sule fights it back out, and now he's fully back to his...
And that'll end the second period, and Phipps controlling it 7-1 here at 133 pounds. Columbia leads the overall duel 17-4 over Bucknell. Bucknell leads the all-time series 9-6. Their first meeting was in 1977, but Columbia had won their previous meeting in Lewisburg last year as they reset a neutral. 7-2 advantage for Phipps, and see if Ba again, not deterred by being down in the lead in the score as he dives for the legs of Phipps, but Phipps grabbing onto his ankles.
Looks like a double turned into a single, and Sula's getting a little stretched out with his leg here as Phipps does a good job of cranking on that ankle to keep his hip from circling. That they're going to call that potentially dangerous for bringing the knee outside of the hip.
And it looked like that he did want to go for the single. The double was the ultimate result, but it looked like that Phipps was able to deflect that and be very defensive in that position. See if Ba, of course, with experience, he'll become much more, he'll be composed in that position, but it'll be interesting to see that develop.
Yeah, you know, a lot of the times we see guys come in for doubles, and the defense to that is either obviously sprawl, but a lot of the times Phipps, or at least most wrestlers, are going to give you one hip over the other. So being able to switch from a double to a single right off the rip once you're already in that shot is more of a higher level technique. And then, you know, the second step, of course, is being able to finish. There's a different finish to a double than there is to a single. So it seems like, you know, Sulayman got into that position, got to that single, and kind of didn't know where to go from there. And Phipps did a good job of being able to control that outside leg. And now it looks like into a front headlock position, he's controlling this pressure really well. And Sulay's got to clear out. And Phipps looking for a little sweep. And now he goes for a throw by and is going to circle through.
But very aggressive defense there. He didn't allow Phipps to get around and get on top for the takedown. So really good aggressiveness from Ba. Applause from the Columbia corner with 20 seconds to go in this final period. Phipps, who's somebody who has racked up a couple major decisions, but Ba controlling defensively as the bout has gone on.
Yeah, Sulayman doing a good job of keeping Phipps off of his legs and being able to turn and face on all of these shots. But if he's not careful, he's going to get called for stalling. And right as I said that, he does get called for stalling, and they're going to blow it dead as it's the end of this match.
And a tough victory, muscled out for Kurt Phipps over Sulayman Ba, but a good effort from Sulayman Ba. He'll be with the running time, 8-2 victory for Bucknell, 17-7. Columbia lead in the duel in the team score as we go to 141 pounds. For Columbia, Kai Owen, the sophomore out of Tampa, Florida, 10-6 in his rookie campaign.